Alright, so first we're gonna disable the registry editor and command prompt just to make sure to do this. Okay, apply. Okay, so we've done that now. Okay, so as you can see, I try to open Regedit, can't open it. So yeah, you can't open command prompt either. So we're gonna have to work around this. So the first thing we're gonna do is make it like portable, because we can't write to the files of the C drive. So first we're gonna grab the Regedit file, copy it, put it in the desktop. Yeah. Alright, there we go. So you can see I can't open it, so we need to copy the enus files from Windows into the folder that you want to open it from. So, do you see that now? enus from Windows. So now, click it, it's disabled, so it's running from a directory now. So there's special coding in the file that whenever you execute it, it checks the registry to see if it can run or not. And that coding can be manipulated so that it will open regardless of group policy settings. So, open the file with hxd, which is freeware, which I'll link in the description. Okay, so you're gonna search in hxd for unicode string disableregistrytools. So you see in the coding, change any one of these in this specific string, change any one of these to whatever you want. I changed that to a Y, file, save. Okay, we close that now, and you can see now we're in the registry editor, because now you've binary edited the file so that it looks in the wrong place in the registry and therefore can run. And it will now run regardless of group policy. And I delete the group policy for the registry editor. But yeah, that's how you bypass and get in the registry regardless of group policy settings. So now we're gonna do command prompts. Okay. So go in the C drive. Well, we need the command prompt files first. So yeah. Now you're gonna make a file in the C drive. So let's go get the CMD file first. Alright, do that. Alright, doing this. But yeah, this can't be blocked, this method. Once you do this, it will run regardless of your policy settings. Alright, you paste it. Well, actually, probably not the best idea to paste it in the desktop, because you need to copy different enus files for it to run properly. So let's make a new folder. You want to run this in a different directory. So put the registry files in one and the CMD ones in another. Yeah, this is pre-recorded video. I'm just narrating it now. So yeah, you can see I do that, and yeah. So you can see I am well, I try to make a folder in the C drive and fail, because you're gonna see in a second I'm gonna try to do the edit, but because it's in the Windows folder, it's not gonna let me edit the file the way I need it to. But very important, you need to copy the enus files from system32, which is a different folder than the one for Regedit. So you copy the one from System32, the ENUS files, paste it in the folder you want to run CMD from, so have both the CMD files in the same folder. Now, it takes a while, so you just skip ahead once you actually watch the video. So, we'll just let it do its thing, I guess. It's interesting. So, let it do its thing. So let me just try to explain to you how this works. This works because when Microsoft was designing Windows, they wanted to make it more open. So they did it so whenever you execute, so they put coding in the command prompt files and the registry files so that when you execute it, there's special coding in the file that checks a specific string in the registry to see, and if it returns a 1 or a 2 in the registry, it doesn't run. So the specific string it looks for is different depending on which one. The one for registry is disableregistrytools. Now what we did is we basically made a portable version of the software, and so we could write to the file. Now what we did is we went in and removed the special coding that Microsoft put in to make it compatible with group policy. There's coding in the file so that it recognizes group policy. So if you go in and you modify that specific string, it looks in the wrong place in the registry, and therefore it doesn't find the group policy when you execute it. So you execute it and it doesn't recognize that there's group policy in the system or in the registry, so it lets you run the file regardless of. So, you know, if it's disabled on the computer, well, you open the binary edited version, it will run regardless. So, now we're going to do CMD. But you're going to see in a second it's not going to run from Windows. So, you can see it says that. I try to do try to edit this. So you can see I do find unicode string, disable CMD. Now this is the right string to look for, but because it's in the Windows folder, it doesn't let you edit it. So just make sure when you do this, run it from a flash drive or run it from the desktop. If it's anything else, it will let you edit the file. In this specific case, I tried to run it from the wrong directory. It's not going to work because it's So what I did is I just copied the CMD folder, and you're going to see in a second I put it in the desktop. So yeah, regardless of if there's group policy in the system, it's basically bypassing the registry check, so it lets you execute the program regardless. Now I basically copy the files for the command prompt to the desktop. So you just need cmd.exe from System32 and the ENUS files from System32 for CMD. For Regedit, you need the Regedit file and the C /Windows, those ENUS files, which you can see earlier in the video. You need those two files to run the registry editor, and you need to binary edit that regedit.exe file, but you're going to see in a second that I'm going to do the same exact thing that I just did, but now, because it's in a writable directory, it will work. And you'll see what it does. Yeah, you can do this in, if you get a virus, you can use this. It will guaranteed to work. I mean, I wouldn't recommend using it at like school if they disable command prompt. But this is just to explain, like, because yeah. So but you can see, look, command prompt has been disabled by your administrator, so it's still recognizing that it's disabled because it's the equivalent of running it from System 32. Just you're running it from, it's just a different starting directory. So now you're gonna edit it just like I did with HSD. So file open, and here you see I opened the wrong file first, not the one from Windows. Find, open the one from the desktop that I made. And this works in all versions of Windows. This method I'm doing is the same exact way. So search for disablecmd. I changed the D to a P in the Unicode. P. File, save. Now you're gonna see it's gonna run. And still disabled. And boom. Here's some sample commands, net, boom. Net user, boom. Fully functional command prompt will run regardless of group policy. Now just to show you, I think I show in a second, it's still disabled system-wide, but you'll execute it from this directory and it won't be disabled. Normally it would be disabled from any directory, but because you did that binary editing, boom, fully functional command prompt, even though it's disabled system-wide. Guaranteed to work or run. As you're gonna see, run, cmd, disable, and not disabled, run, regedit, yeah, I typed it in wrong, regedit, disabled, but this one, open, works, fully functional, Windows registry editor, yeah, it's Windows registry editor, works the same exact way regardless of what directory you